The performance that changed my life. My name is Nura. 25 years ago, I was one of the most famous singers in my country. I was invited to a party by the richest family. Money, fame, luxury, all this surrounded me. One day, during the weekend, I rested with my team. Suddenly the bell rang. Finally, there was a woman with an unusual, slightly deaf voice. She asked to perform at her daughter's wedding. At first, the hotel refused, or I was on vacation, but she said, "I will pay twice as much as you usually pay." She presented the amount and agreed. She dictated the address, and we set off as a team. On the way, I had a strange feeling of anxiety, but I didn't say anything to anyone. The house turned out to be far from the city, almost in the middle of nowhere. When we arrived, we saw a crowd of people and loud music. The mansion is huge. We met the same woman. I immediately recognized his voice. She kissed me on the chest, and I noticed her skin was like a stone. Her clothes seemed old, a little out of place. But I decided what to pay attention to. We were taken to a room for preparation. We changed and went to perform. I started singing. People gathered, but their dances were strange. They moved as if in a slow-motion dream. Their faces were empty. Suddenly, one of the girls fell into a coma. I ran to the hotel, but one of the musicians stopped me and quietly said, "Look, naich nogi." She turned back. People danced, but their legs were not human. Unibili kopita, goat. I was overwhelmed with horror, but he understood. If we show that we fear, we will not be let go. He quietly said to the team, "Take it easy, we have to play." One of the musicians picked up the girl and brought her to our room. A minute later, she opened her mouth and shouted, "Tai videla I? What was it?" She answered, "Ya videla tujay, što iti?" But if we want to win, we need to play. We returned to the scene. Ya pela? Although I trembled inside, these creatures became more and more insane. They danced wildly and made strange sounds, and when they moved, their hooves hit the floor. One of the musicians could not stand it. He cried out in horror. All turned to us. Ya zamerla. At that moment, the light went out, and everything disappeared. We understood things and ran away. A man came out to meet me in the dark. He looked at us as if we were ghosts. "What are you doing right now?" he asked. "This house has been abandoned for 100 years. Yane Poverila turned around, and there, where there was a bright mansion recently, stoyali ruins. Dom Bill old man, burnt, destroyed." We told him what happened. Ten said, "They say that something has been living in this house for a long time. People treat the ego as a party." Since then, she has never appeared on stage again. I rewatched that night again and again in memory. A woman with a stone face, copy, a room in which nobody seems to have entered. All this was real. Ili is almost real, but with that time, even if the music is playing, or more or less, because I know someone is still waiting for my return.